We have finished turning the heel, and we now need to pick up the stitches along the sides of the heel flap. We pick up 15 stitches and it goes as follows. See these V stitches here on the side? We insert through them and knit the stitch onto the needle at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last stitch, you need to look carefully where to put it in, otherwise you could get a little hole, which isn't nice. We've now picked up our 15 extra stitches and we knit the stitches that we had on hold. And on the other side we pick up 15 stitches again. So we're now going to pick up 15 stitches, knitting them as before onto the needle. Again, pick up through the little V's here along the side. You have to look a bit carefully. It's 1, 2, now all the stitches are on the circular needle again, so there are 10 extra stitches from the heel turn, and the section where we decrease them is called the gusset. Here you can see all the stitches on the circular needle, so let's start shaping the gusset. We begin on the side where we first picked up stitches, and we knit 13 stitches. We've knitted 13 stitches and we're going to knit the next 2 together. So first we slip them, then knit them together by inserting your needle through the front on the right needle. Then knit the instep, that's the top of the foot, that's 30 stitches. Then we work 2 stitches together on the other side again. As you decrease 5 stitches on both sides, that's the 10 extra stitches from the heel turn in total, check whether you have a high instep or low instep. If you have a high instep, it's best if you decrease your stitches every 4th round. But if you have a really narrow foot with a low instep, then it would be better to work the decrease in every 2nd round, until you have 60 stitches on your needle again. This way you can create more or less room by knitting a higher or lower instep. That's the gusset done, and next week we will continue with the foot. I'm now going to show you how to pick up the stitches and then continue knitting the gusset. We pick up the stitches through these V stitches along the sides of the heel flap. In the accompanying size chart, you can see how many stitches you need to pick up along the sides. So we insert under the V and knit the first stitch. Insert under the V. And for sock size 38, you need to pick up 15 stitches along the sides. To prevent a hole from forming in the corner, pick up an extra stitch. Do this by picking up the bar here from the previous row and knitting it together with the next stitch. So pick up the bar, place it on your needle, then knit the 15 stitches on your second needle. This is now the instep that we're knitting across. And to prevent a hole from forming, we also pick up an extra stitch on this side by picking up a bar so you place it on your needle and you knit it knitwise as usual. And along this side of the heel flap, we also pick up our stitches through the V stitches. So insert under the V and knit it onto the needle. And then we'll end up with all the stitches back on 4 needles. You now actually have 10 stitches too many. That's 5 stitches on both sides. We're going to decrease these, which is called shaping the gusset. You always work the first 2 rounds of the gusset knitwise to get a more comfortable instep for your sock. If you have a larger heel, you would be better off knitting 3 rounds, then decreasing in the 4th round. If you have a narrower foot and a lower instep, then do so every 2 rounds. So knit 2 rounds, and in the 3rd round, you work your decreases. You can easily find this information in the accompanying size chart.